So I finally decided to do my first knife video. Found out I had a second subscriber. Don't know who it is, but kind of inspired me to make an actual knife video. I've been talking about it for a while, and well, here it goes. Bear with me. It's the first one. I'm going to show some of the knives that I've got, some of my favorite ones anyways, and project that I'm working on, and some of the custom knives that I'm working on, and talk about some of the YouTube guys that I've been kind of talking to and watching. The first thing is my new stropping technique that my dad found on the internet. Apparently you can take balsa wood, condition it like a strop with a compound of some kind, and use it like you would a leather strop. This one's conditioning right now with green compound. This one here, I took some of this honing compound and gave it a few swipes. As you can see, the honing compound's white, and after about, I don't know, 10, 15 swipes, maybe 20 on each side of the blade, it started to get gray, which means that some of the metal is actually coming off. So the knife I worked on was my Manix 2, and it seemed to take the edge a little bit finer, seemed to cut paper a little bit better. I'd show you, but every cut test I do, I mess it up, so I'm not going to embarrass myself and just let you take my word for it. And it's cheap to buy balsa wood. I bought this 3-foot section for like $4, and here's some extra I'm going to give to my dad, and yeah, try it out. What's it going to hurt? It got compound rubbing and honing compound all over the place, so give it a shot. My other projects I'm working on are some custom knives. I don't really have the equipment for doing metal work just yet, so I bought some naked blades I'm going to work with and just make handle material, maybe reshape the blade a little bit. I noticed Gavco does a lot of reshaping of pre-made blades and making them his own. That's what I'm going to kind of do. Got the little Skinner guy here. Haven't made a handle for him yet, but that'll be my first project here when I get a little bit of money. I've got my little saber, or excuse me, my spear point here that I kind of sanded and kind of screwed up. I got to get some more finer grit sandpaper for my belt sander and get that down to a better finish. But this is my first micarta slab that I did, and I think it turned out pretty good. Rounded off the handles nice and good. Still a little bit of sanding to do, but it fits really good in the hand. Even though my hands are pretty big, it's kind of a small knife, but it works pretty good. For a little bit smaller hand, it'd probably be better, but this was my first try, so give me a chance. I'll get better. The other one I was fooling around with was this Tanto blade. I actually cut up a tennis shoe and fitted it on there. It was just kind of a goof, nothing serious. It feels really good in the hand, but I don't think it'll last. That let's see if we can get that in focus there. That tennis shoe material just doesn't seem like it would hold up for a long time. There we go. It just seems like it would give too much over time, but I had a little bit of time to kill. Gave it a shot. These knives come with no edge whatsoever, so maybe that'll give me a little bit of satisfaction putting an actual edge on it. Give me a little bit of credit, you know. I bought this sheath at an army surplus store for $1. Pretty good deal. Got a clip on it. Some of my favorite knives. I've got my Manix 2, like I showed you just a second ago. The most recent knife that I bought. Love it. First semi-expensive blade that I bought. Love that translucent blue. Good knife. Some of the guys online say it's kind of cheap feeling, but that's how you get lightweight. It's not even 3 ounces. It's a great knife. Another one I've been working on is my Endura 4. You can kind of see there. I'm still working on the blade. I kind of scratched it up trying to reprofile the edge. But a lot of work went into making the action really smooth. I took it all apart and polished all the contact points, and it's pretty much one-handed backlock. You don't see too many backlocks where you can open them up one-handed. And no, you knife guys, it's not completely loose on the pivot. It's actually pretty tight, or else you wouldn't get any retention. It's legit, and it's high polish on all the contact points, and it is butter, as Jay Davis would say. It's like butter. That's the guy I've been watching a lot on YouTube. He's a good guy, showing tons and tons of knives. I wish I could get my hands on some of those knives. So John, Jay Davis, I hope you watch this video and leave a comment. Tell me what you think. A couple quick more. My little dragonfly here. Polished the contact points on this one too, but it's plastic inside, so it made a little bit of difference, but not much. My first Spyderco knife, really good, super light knife, only weighs an ounce. Took the pocket clip off, it weighs nothing. Bought this Gerber. I know a lot of knife guys don't really like Gerbers anymore, but it was $25, and it's just cool looking. It's got a bottle opener on the back. Just a cool blade, just cool little collector's item. Got my SOG Aegis, my first assisted knife. Nothing fancy, said it was a really good knife. And a few others on YouTube, so I bought it. And I love it. Really light, really quick assist. And I love that blade shape. That blade shape is awesome. Spear point, drop point, I guess you would call it. And not the Queen Gem, but Smith & Wesson Power Glide. Cheap knife, 15 bucks, but you know what? It's cool. For all the workings that this knife has, I can't believe it was only 15 bucks. I know, it's Smith & Wesson, it's cheap, but you know what? It's cool. Collector's item, you know. Oh, it's super heavy. Not a good EDC knife. Definitely not. So yeah, that's pretty much basic right now. I'll probably show a shop video at some time. I want to give big shout outs to Gavco and X-Acto. Those two answer me almost every time I ask them a question. They're really good guys. I mean, I know they have a lot of subscribers. A lot of people bug them, but they actually respond and give comments and, you know, helpful suggestions. So Jay Davis, X-Acto, and Gavco, Mike Gavco, thank you guys very much for showing us this cool stuff, showing us your blades, doing your cool giveaways. I speak for myself, hopefully other guys, that we really appreciate the stuff that you guys do. I'm not trying to kiss your ass, it's the honest truth. I'm a new knife maker, collector, and I really appreciate it. It's a good way to get information. So keep it up, you guys. I hope you watch the video. And thank you. Any tips, leave in the comments. Tell me how I did. Tell me what I can do. I'm not sensitive, so you can say whatever you want to say. No problem. I don't get mad easy. And thank you guys.